Work to remove toll booths on the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge will begin before the end of May. The bridge will transition to an open road tolling system. The toll plaza squeeze causes backups heading into Marin County during commute hours and on the weekend. Metropolitan Transportation Commission says all Bay Area bridge toll booths except the Golden Gate Bridge are expected to be gone by 2028. Joining us now is John Goodwin, the Assistant Director of Communications with the MTC. John, nice to see you again. I probably wouldn't have seen this coming just because I thought that the toll booths had some sort of device on them that read the plates. So now that's going to be done differently.
That will be done differently, Sal. So we're going to be transitioning, starting at the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge, to a gantry-based system. So there will be new structures over the roadway, and there will be front cameras, rear cameras, toll tag sensors, all new equipment as part of this transition. And then the toll booths will be removed. And the work at Richmond-San Rafael Bridge is expected to begin by the end of May, but the folks traveling through the area probably won't see anything for several weeks after that. There's we've got to gather the materials and this sort of stuff. So it'll probably be, into the summer before the work is visible. But the goal is to complete the transition at the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge early in 2026.
So I see the live picture there of the bridge. I've driven across that bridge many times. You do have to narrow to go through the toll plaza, and it makes sense that since there are no people inside those booths, that's really not needed anymore. For people who don't know, a gantry is basically like a fixture on top. Basically, you go underneath some metal fixture that you might barely notice that reads everything. Let me ask you this. Before the pandemic and before you removed toll booth operators, was this always the plan?
Well, not always the plan, but this is the execution of a plan that was approved by the commission in 2018. And so we're, now 7 years later, putting a plan into action.
Just to stay on topic of tolls, the last time the Bay Area Toll Authority raised prices, you had a legislature in the South Bay push back a little bit on that. I imagine that you know about this, and so people watching might say, hey, are these toll increases absolutely necessary? And you might point to something like this that you have to pay for, right?
Well, this is paid with toll money. The transition at all 7 of the state-owned bridges is going to cost an estimated $77 million. But the toll increase that was approved in December is for the maintenance of the maintenance and rehabilitation of the bridges so that we can keep them going forever and ever.
Is a toll plaza at the Bay Bridge going to be upgraded like this? Because the same thing goes, you have to narrow there, and the little booth where the people used to stand is no longer necessary. Are you going to put a big gantry over that? Because that's a much wider crossing.
Well, the gantry structure at the Bay Bridge will be a little farther downstream, if you will, rather than the location where the toll plaza is now. But the short answer to your question is yes, this is coming to the Bay Bridge as well. The long answer is that everything is harder at the Bay Bridge, so that's going to be the last of the 7 state-owned bridges to make this transition.
All right, John, good to see you again. I've been talking to you for about 25 years about these kind of things. Thanks for coming on with us this morning.
You bet, Sal. Good to see you.
All right, good to see you too. Coming up.